Hello, I'm Tyler. This is the imaginary axis, and I can apparently run a mile in roughly 7 minutes and 8 seconds, despite the fact that I have asthma. But is that impressive? Well, it depends who you ask. I mean, I might be kind of fast to some people, but I'm not the Flash, But what if I was? The Flash is a superhero capable of moving at speeds even faster than light. He gets his powers by tapping into the Speed Force, an extra-dimensional energy that surrounds and encompasses the multiverse. If he can siphon enough of it, and manipulate it properly, he can basically control the laws of physics to do whatever he wants, without damaging himself or the surrounding environment. And it's a good thing, too, because moving at those speeds in real life would be dangerous. And impossible. For starters, someone of the Flash's size and weight would burn over 237 trillion calories running at even half the speed of light. Which means first he would have to eat 421 billion Big Macs, or drink 360 billion milkshakes. Which actually sounds kind of great. But what wouldn't be great is the nuclear fusion caused by running at such high speeds. The Flash would be moving so quickly that the air molecules in his path wouldn't have time to get out of the way. He would tear apart the surrounding atmosphere atom by atom, destroying himself and annihilating everything within miles in an enormous atomic explosion. But see, that's why he has the Speed Force. The Speed Force protects him from all that, and from the Flash's perspective, he's just having an ordinary jog. Besides, without all the sci-fi, you just can't get anywhere near the speed of light. Because energy is mass times the speed of light, squared. Meaning the more energy you put into moving something, the more mass it gains. They're the same thing, and it just makes the object harder and harder to accelerate. In DC Comics, the Flash has demonstrated his ability to ignore E=mc² with the Speed Force if need be, but he's also displayed an ability to work with it. The Infinite Mass Punch. By vibrating his fist near the speed of light, he can increase its mass to that of a white dwarf star before hitting an opponent. A white dwarf can be about 1.4 solar masses, greater than the combined mass of our entire solar system, so it's very powerful. And theoretically, he could increase the mass even further if he needed to. But working with physics isn't the coolest part about being the Flash by a long shot. How fast can he go while bypassing it? Well, you'll see in this race, the Flash actually manages to outrun the gravitational pull of a black hole, which even light has never escaped from. There was also that time he and Superman had a casual dinner and full existential conversation in less time than it took their tripping waitress to spill a cup of coffee. He evacuated the entire 500,000 person population of Chongjing, North Korea in 0.00001 microseconds. He fought Zoom across every inch of the planet, circling Earth dozens of times at speeds so fast not even the other superheroes noticed. He outran the concept of death itself, and he can perceive events that happen in less than an attosecond. An attosecond is 0.00000000000000000000001 seconds. In 1 second, light can circle the Earth 7.5 times. In 1/1,000,000th of a second, light can travel the height of Tokyo Tower. But in 1 attosecond, light barely has enough time to get from one end of a water molecule to the next. If you were immortal living in this time frame, you would outlive the entire age of the universe in less time than it takes the average person to blink. But you know what? That still isn't the fastest the Flash can get. Do you want to know the number? The undeniable cap on DC's famous speedster? Are you sure? For that answer, we turn to a title called Flash the Human Race. In this story, it's revealed that a pair of nigh omnipotent beings known only as the Cosmic Gamblers exist at the edge of the universe. With their vast power, betting against each other is one of the few things capable of entertaining them, and they've been forcing the fastest beings in existence to race through time and space so they can place wagers on the outcome. To ensure the speedsters give their all, the penalty for losing is destruction of the loser's home planet. Naturally, Earth gets caught up in the bet because, well, that's just our luck, and the Flash is nominated to represent us. You would think this is the point where the Flash breaks out his fastest speed ever, but no. That comes during a minor pit stop when he changes the rules on the Cosmic Gamblers. Knowing they can't turn down a friendly wager, the Flash bets them he can travel back to Earth faster than they can. One of them tells him that's impossible. They can teleport, and you can't move faster than instantaneous transportation. But the Flash insists on the bet, and they accept. Before the race starts, the Flash contacts Earth and tells everyone there to start running. Boys, girls, men, women, prison inmates, the Justice League, everyone needs to make as much kinetic energy as they can, and when the signal's given, he taps into more of the Speed Force than ever before, siphoning all of their kinetic energy, all of his own, every joule he can possibly get, and then this happens. He moves at a time interval so small, there exists no word to describe it. For the record, the smallest unit of time that exists is called a Planck instant. It's a little difficult to explain, but according to quantum mechanics, this is the smallest amount of time that can exist in our universe. We can say the universe came into existence when it had an age of 1 Planck instant. And we measure this time period by seeing how long it takes a photon to cross 1 Planck length, the smallest distance capable of existing in our universe. But if something managed to cross a distance in a shorter time period than this, we've broken speed. Our theories don't work at this velocity. The Flash could be anywhere, or everywhere, at any time, or every time. The Flash would be traveling so fast that what he's doing isn't even classified as a speed anymore. He's reached trans-time velocity. To give you a good idea of what I'm talking about, Usain Bolt is the fastest human being on record, reaching speeds just below 28 miles per hour. Spider-Man has reached speeds over 200 miles per hour. Sonic the Hedgehog's normal running speed is around Mach 5, that's 5 times the speed of sound. Rip Van Winkle's magic bullets can travel at least Mach 33, Quicksilver once crossed the Earth at Mach 640, Decepticon missiles can go as fast as Mach 1419, Mega Rayquaza smashed a meteor at Mach 13,815, while Beerus and Goku fly at relativistic speeds before a few drops of water could fall to the floor. Sora's Keyblade can shoot beams 3.5 times the speed of light, Dr. Fate outraces the Big Bang at 100 times the speed of light, at Warp 11 the USS Enterprise traveled over 1,300 times the speed of light, Iron Man once flew 111,000 times the speed of light, the Millennium Falcon can surpass 9 million times the speed of light, Silver Surfer flies at around 32 million times the speed of light, Superman flew from the edge of the universe at 274 billion times the speed of light, Green Lanterns can travel at 41 trillion times the speed of light, Ting and Topper, Gurren Lagann can dodge attacks over 7,861 trillion times the speed of light, the alien playing Galaxy Marbles at the end of Men in Black must have been moving at least 2,932,848 trillion times the speed of light. And in this scene, the Flash has to be moving a minimum of 23 tredecillion, 759 duodecillion, 449 undecillion times faster than light. The Flash does win, by the way, outracing instantaneous travel and saving the Earth. But after a race like that, even he just wants to slow down. So slow down, relax, enjoy life, because it's going by pretty fast. You don't want to miss a single blink instant.